Yo, what's good, Sixer Nation? You already know who this is. It's DFJ Hoops. I'm not gonna do a longer live today because I'm not feeling good. I just wanted to do this real quick. React to the Clippers playing the 76ers, hosting the 76ers at home. And we're just gonna talk about it briefly, give our thoughts real quick about it. And we're gonna get up out of here real quick. But before I get into it, shout out to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, shout out to BJ and Rick. Um, Shout out to my guy, play by play with JJ, Jason Joseph, one of the best play by play announcers on these YouTube streets. Shout out to Mike Sports Vibe. Shout out to Tuna Sports. Shout out to Philly Take with RB, the Sixers Digest, Sean Bernard, and Running Back Philly with DJ Eastwood. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all doing a hell of a job. I just wanted to shout you guys out real quick. And let me just get into this real quick and make it quick for everybody. But happy Sunday to everybody listening. Today's National Cheesesteak Day, so make sure you grab yourself a cheesesteak. I already got mine. One of the best cheesesteaks in the Philly area, Leo Steakhouse. I already had mine, but shout out to everybody listening, man. Shout out to my guy Zay. What up, Zay? Be more in the house. What up, bro? Y'all can have Bro, come on, man. You can't be on PG helmet. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. PG a Hall of Famer, bro. But shout out to my guy Zay, man. Straight out of Be more. But let me just get into this real quick. So the 76ers take on the LA Clippers. So Harden gets a chance to play against his former team, the 76ers. Now, Harden did say that he really wanted to retire 76er, but who knows? I mean, he said that with the Brooklyn Nets. He said that with the Houston Rockets. I mean, who knows? But he gets a chance to take on his former team, the 76ers. And it's unfortunate that both teams are dealing with injuries across the board. I think Russell Westbrook is still out. Now he's expected to be back by next week, but I think he's still out. He's dealing with a hand injury. He had surgery on that left. Was it right? His right or left hand. So he's gonna be out, and I think he's the only one that's gonna be out for the Clippers. But on the Sixers side, we have a lot of guys that are out. I mean, yeah, DeAnthony Mountain is gonna be out with the he's suffering from a lumbar condition in the spine. So that's not something to play with. So we wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he can recover to come back for this team. I mean, we only have a few games left in the season. I don't know if he's going to sit it out, but I mean, I wish I had Anthony Mountain out there because he brings a lot to this team that this team is really lacking. So we also had Joel Embiid out, obviously, with the knee sprain. He had surgery and he's expected to return either next week or the week after. So it's a lot of discussion. People are talking about whether he should come back or not. But me personally, I don't know if coming back will be great for the Sixers or not. Me personally, I just say that let's leave it all up to him. If he feels healthy enough to play, if he's not having any if he's not feeling any pain in that knee, if he can jump on both knees, if he can, run up and down the court and he thinks he can help this team win, then yeah, I'll definitely say he should definitely come back because this Sixer team really needs the services of the reigning MVP. And last but not least, Robert Covington is not going to play. He hasn't played so far this year. He's been dealing with a knee injury too. Um, yeah, the 76ers are riddled with injuries, not just the best player, but so just other players on this team are also dealing with injuries. But on the Clippers, I think they only have one guy out. I don't know how. I don't know if they have anybody else out, but let's talk about this game right here and let's talk about possible outcomes that can happen. So, and the 76ers stun the LA Clippers. I mean, I don't know. The Clippers usually don't play good on when they have these early games like these 3:30. We play at 3:30, so when they have these early games, they usually don't play good. I remember, I think 3 or 4 years ago, probably 4 years ago, after the bubble, they played the Dallas Mavericks and they got blown out. But they got blown off the floor. But I think it was nasty. The scores like I can't remember, but Dallas won by almost 40 points. So they don't really play good at home. They don't really play good if it's an early game. But we can't really rely on them not to play good in order to walk there and win because they're going to be at full strength. Kawhi Leonard is going to be playing. PG is going to be playing. Harden is going to be playing, and I expect I expect Terrence Mann to be the primary defender on Tyrese Maxey. I expect that. I don't think Harden is going to be guarding Maxey. At Harden is he's just too slow for Maxey. Maxey's just quick. So I think Terrence Mann is going to be guarding Maxey, and Terrence Mann is he's a good defender, one of the good youngest defenders in the game. And I mean, he should probably get some All NBA defensive consideration. I mean, I don't know why he never gets that type of recognition, but I mean, this is his first time he's ever started for the team. I mean, full time starter. So maybe this or maybe the next year he might start getting considerations on that side of the floor. He's also a good, 3-point shooter. Not a great 3-point shooter, but a good 3-point shooter. I mean, if he's open in the corner, you can trust him to make if he takes about 10 threes, you can trust him to make at least 5 of them, which it's pretty good, 50% from the three. Um, I'll definitely take that any day. But in order for the Sixers to win this tonight, I mean, today it's not a night game; it's a early game at 3:30 Eastern time. But in order for the Sixers to win, I think Maxey has to come out and set the tone early. Now, when we played the Lakers on Friday, Maxey didn't really do that, and I was blaming him for not taking matters into his own hands and trying to be aggressive from the start. But at the same time, we gotta also give Nick Nurse some blame because they were trying to get Tobias Harris going because Tobias had missed the last 2 or 3 games. So when he was inserted back into the starting lineup, they were trying to get him going early, but it just wasn't working for whatever reason. And I don't think if you really want to win a basketball game and you have Tobias Harris, a player of Tobias Harris's caliber on your team, I don't think you should start by trying to get him involved in the offense and running sets and actions for him because he's just not that. I'm not trying to disrespect him or nothing, but he's just not that good enough. And if you have Maxi on your team who is not afraid of contact, he's not afraid to, go down low, he's not afraid to generate rim pressure, I think you should definitely look to get him going early because with him, you would have a better chance of winning the basketball game. But if you try to depend on Tobias Harris, it's not going to end well for you because Tobias is a finesse player. He's not somebody who looks for contact. I mean, Maxi looks for contact. He likes to go downhill, generate a ton of rim pressure, and try to collapse the defense and kick it out to open shooters. That's what Maxi does. But Tobias doesn't really do that. So depending on him, relying on him to try to get the team going. I don't think that's a recipe for success. So I think I'm gonna definitely give Nick Nurse the blame over there because he should have known better, and he should have add that to the fact that the Lakers had all that rest. So you really need somebody who is gonna generate rim pressure and try to put pressure on the rim by going downhill and trying to look for open shooters. So I give Nick Nurse some of the blame, but I do expect Nick Nurse to be a lot better in this game right here and start by running the offense through Maxi, trying to get Maxi going early. So when Maxi gets going and the team starts focusing on him, that's when he can start getting everybody else involved. That's when he can get Tobias Harris involved. That's when what you call it, Kelly Oubre could start going off too because Kelly Oubre also benefits off of Maxi's gravity on the floor. So I just think that Maxi should be aggressive from the start, and it's gonna be tough because, like I said, Terrence Mann is gonna be covering him, and Terrence Mann is he's not a great defender, but he's a pretty good defender. He can definitely hold Maxi under his averages because he's that good on that side of the floor. So that's what I think the strategy should be. Now, Kelly Oubre has been playing good these past few games. I think he's averaging like 20 points. I mean, yeah, I know the what you call it, the efficiency is not all the way there. I mean, I think he's shooting like 41%, kind of like what he did back in Charlotte. The efficiency is not there, but he's giving you 20 points. At least he's being aggressive. He's going to the rim. He's generating rim pressure. But one thing I would want him to do more is to try to look to facilitate because when he starts driving and collapses the defense, he starts to go up against 3 or 4 guys contesting a shot, which at that point you should know that somebody's definitely open. So you should look to pass the rock to somebody else who's open. But Kelly Oubre is not. I mean, he's not naturally a facilitator, so he doesn't really have that in the back of his head. But I think I listened to one of the post game interviews, and he was saying that Nick Nurse was telling him that when he drives, he should sometimes look to pass because the defense usually collapses on it because he generates a ton of rim pressure. So that's a huge positive from Kelly Oubre, and I was glad that Nick Nurse was able to tell him that because he would have continued to drive and try to force a tough shot over 2 3 guys, and that's always going to be a bad shot because you're going up against 2 or 3 guys, and at that point you're putting the fate of the game in the refs' hands. If they call a foul, I mean they could bail you out with free throws, but if they excuse me, but if they don't call any fouls and you go up and you miss those shots, that could be very, very detrimental to your team's success. Now, I want to talk about Kyle Lowry here for a second. Now, Kyle Lowry is not, he's not the point guard that he once was. I mean, he's 37, almost 38 years old. And I think he will definitely be on James Harden. I could be wrong, but I think he might be on James Harden. I think Maxi's going to be on Terrence Mann. Kyle Lowry is going to be on James Harden. Kelly Oubre is going to be on Paul George. Tobias Harris is going to be on Kawhi Leonard, which I'm gonna get to in in a few minutes. And what you call it, Mo Bamba will definitely be on Ivica Zubac. Now with the Kyle Lowry thing, Kyle didn't really have a great game against the Lakers. I think he was like 1 of 5 from the field. I mean, the entire team against the Lakers was not good. I'm not just gonna, put the blame on Kyle Lowry. I think a lot of guys were not really good. And the Lakers, they gave the Sixers, multiple opportunities to take the game, but the Sixers, for whatever reason, they didn't want to win it. I mean, LeBron had 8 turnovers, and it was like at some points it was just like, yo, half the ball, yo, here you go, like, yo, take it. And the Sixers were not able to capitalize on those turnovers because keep in mind, the Lakers had I think 21 or 22 what you call it turnovers, but the Sixers only had 8, and for whatever reason, the Sixers were still not able to capitalize on it. So if the Sixers really if they really play good defense tonight and they're able to force a ton of turnovers, I mean, playing against Harden, you should look to frustrate him. You should look to trying to get in his head, and he's gonna turn the ball over. I mean, PG Paul George is one of my favorite players, but he has a habit of complaining to the refs and complaining to the officials when he's not getting those calls. So you should look to frustrate him, and I think Kelly Oubre can do a better job at that. Now I remember Kelly Oubre playing against the LA Clippers back in 2019, and he was on the Suns at the time, and he had a ferocious dunk. Like yo, that that was probably one of the dunks of the year, and he had that dunk on PG, and he just stared him down. I'm like, oh snap! Like that was the first time I even noticed Kelly Oubre, but PG ended up getting him back, and it was a good back and forth, and I expect to see that back and forth tonight. I mean, I don't know why I keep saying tonight because most of the games are usually at night, but I expect to see that back to back, but I don't want Kelly Oubre to think that he's the best player on this team, so he's gonna go shot for shot against PG because PG is that dude. Like PG is way better than Kelly Oubre. I'm not saying that Kelly Oubre is better than him or on the level of him, but I should look to see just give it a little bit of passion, just make him know that you're there, and not that you're just gonna lay down and watch him do anything he wants to do. I mean, PG is not going to generate a ton of rim pressure. PG is just going to look to shoot from the three. He's going to look to shoot from the mid range. He's not going to, try to go downhill and trying to get contact and get to the free throw line. That's not his game. He's a jump shooter. So, how you guard jump shooters is just try to get in their way. Just get in their way. Just try to bother them, bother their shot, try to disrupt them from any offensive flow that they try to get into, and that would definitely work in your favor. Now, still on Kelly Oubre, Kelly didn't really have a great game against the Lakers the last time. Now he had a couple dunks. Had I think he probably made a three, but offensively he wasn't really that good. He was 6 for 18 from the field. Now he ended up giving you 19 points, but let's be fair, it wasn't really efficient. It was really hurting the team. And it wasn't just Kelly Oubre who wasn't inefficient. I think almost everybody else was inefficient. Tobias Harris was inefficient. Kyle Lowry, like I said, was 1 for 6. So that's 16, almost 16, 17% from the field. That's terrible. And Maxi was 10 for 26 from the field. That's terrible. You took 26 shots to get 27 points. That is that is egregiously bad. Let me look at these comments right here real quick. Zay, yeah, Zay, you give PG a lot of you always on his helmet like, yo, he's one of the best players on the team, bro. So if PG's successful, the Clippers would definitely be successful, and vice versa. And shout out to my guy Tuna Sports. What's good, bro? What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate you for stopping by, bro. I'm just doing a quick precap of the Sixers LA Clippers game today. I keep saying tonight because most of the games are at night, but I apologize. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I appreciate you for stopping by. And let's proceed. Where was I at? I mean, yeah. So Maxi, he took 26 shots to give you 27 points. That is terrible. And going up against a Laker team who's not really good defensively. I mean, Cam Reddish was on Max, and Cam Reddish, I didn't even know that he was that good of a defender. He's been really impressing me this year. Now, last year and the year before, I was saying that he's one of the worst players in the game. But this season, he's proven me wrong, and he's found a home with the Clippers. I mean, with the Lakers, and he's really playing his role. He's not really doing too much. He's playing defense. When he's open in the corner, he will shoot a three. He might make it. He might not make it, but he's really found a home with the Lakers, and I'm glad for him. I'm glad that he's proven me wrong because, like, listen, I don't like being right all the time. When I criticize players, I want them to prove me wrong because sometimes I know the what you call it the potential of these players. And when they're not, living up to their potential, it really frustrates me. So I'm glad Cam Reddish is playing good. So shout out to Cam Reddish, one of the best defenders on the Lakers, and he really bothered Maxi and was really making it difficult for him. I think Maxi only had 5 points in the first half. He started going off in the second half, but again, like I said, Nick Nurse was trying to get Tobias Harris going because Tobias Harris had missing those. He was missing in those 2 games that we played. When we played Miami, he didn't play, and when we played the Phoenix, did he play the Phoenix? I can't remember, but I don't think he played in that game too. But yeah, they were trying to get him going, and it wasn't working. And that's when Maxi started to take things into his own hands, and was going off in the second half. Tuna Sports says Clippers should win this game at home. I mean, we will they win it? I mean, last Sunday they lost to the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, so they have a habit of losing on Sundays. They have a habit of losing on Sundays. But if the Sixers really, if the Sixers really, 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 really want to get out of that playing tournament, they have to take things seriously against the Clippers right here because, like I said, it's not going to be an easy game. I mean, Kawhi Leonard is, he's going to be coming for Tobias Harris, and Tobias Harris can't really guard. He can't guard Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi is too physical. Kawhi plays downhill. Kawhi goes to the rim, and Tobias Harris doesn't really. He shies away from contact. So when he plays against anybody physical, he's not going to guard him. He's not going to guard him up to the point where you need to guard players. Now, when he guarded LeBron, it was just LeBron had a dunk. Now, if a 39, 38-year-old LeBron is faster than Tobias Harris, who's in his early 30s, then you should know that something's wrong. Now, there's rumors that LeBron is on stuff, but I mean, hey, until he's proven guilty, I mean, I don't know, but he's faster than Tobias Harris, and Tobias is he's in his early 30s. So that right there is an issue that, I mean, the Sixers need to address in this offseason coming. Shout out to my guy Thomas Talented. What's good, Thomas? Appreciate you for stopping by. What up, fellas? What up, bro? I appreciate you for stopping by. Tuna Sports came back with the when you play bottom feeders and play in teams, you got to take care of business. I mean, yeah, that's true, but the Clippers didn't take care of the bottom feeders in a in the Atlanta Hawks. So we don't know. And I mean, great teams are going to lose to lower or less talented teams all the time. So tonight could be an example of that. But we'll see. Here come, bro. The Knicks ain't doing nothing, bro. The Knicks are not doing anything, Thomas. The Kicks are not doing anything. I'm telling you, they're not doing anything. Oh my god, that was funny. But missing three starters still gonna be top three. Like I said, who's missing three starters? The Clippers. They're not missing three starters. The Clippers are only missing Russell Westbrook. I mean, I don't know, but it's all good. Tuna Sports says the Knicks are garbage, bro. The Knicks, they have been garbage since 1973. The last time they won a championship. It's been 50 years. They gotta get one. Oh my goodness. But let me just get into this. Let me just finish this real quick because like I said, I want to do a half hour stream. I don't want to take it that long. So where was I even at? And yeah, let me get to Buddy Heald. Now, Buddy Hield was really playing good when he first got traded to the Sixers. And I was giving him a lot of props because he was showing us that he's not only a spot up shooter, he's not only a shooter. He can actually do, a plethora of things on the basketball court. He could facilitate, he can get to the rim, he can shoot the mid range, he can finish with both hands at the basket. But these past few games, he's been really playing so terribly. And against the Lakers, he only played like 13, 14 minutes, which I questioned why. But again, I can't blame Nick Nurse because he hasn't really been playing good. And I keep hearing people saying that, oh, when Embiid comes back, his 3 point percentage is gonna be way better. But I mean, when he wasn't playing with Embiid, he was still getting his shit off. When he wasn't playing with Joel, he was still getting off, shooting 8, 9 threes and making about 6 or 7 of. I mean, not making 6 or 7 of them, but at least making a great percentage of those. But these past few games, he hasn't really been playing that good. Now I know shooters go into slumps. Tyrese Halliburton was in a slump. I mean, he's been going off. I mean, 1 for 9 from the three, 2 for 8 from the three, 3 for 11 from the three, and it's just terrible. But um Buddy Hield, like I said, he played with the Kings. He was going off with them. He played for the Indiana Pacers. He was going off for them in terms of shooting threes. He was really going off for them. And with the Sixers, his first 3, 4 games, he was going off. But these past few games, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he's not, really comfortable. I don't know if I mean, like I said, he might be in a shooting slump, but um I just hope that today's game is the game where he breaks loose and starts helping the Sixers because the Sixers haven't really been shooting the three ball that good. And Buddy Hield is, one of our best 3 point shooters on the team. I mean, percentage wise, he's one of the best, and in terms of volume, he's one of the best. And if he's not taking threes and making them, the Sixers are not really gonna take advantage of getting wide open looks because you could get wide open looks, but if you're not making them, you're literally making the job of the defense very very easy. Um, lies and rumors. Tune in for what's lies and rumors? I'm a little bit lost, but 76 is going to upset the Cavs and they could, yo. Yo, we meet the Cavs and the players. That's a 6 game series. Like we, like definitely, the Sixers is definitely gonna win that. Like, come on, bro. The Knicks 5 games from third seed, missing 3 starters. Oh yeah, the Knicks are missing start. I mean, they're missing Mitchell Robinson. They're missing Julius Randle, and I think OG didn't play the last game against the Brooklyn Nets. Now, man, no comment when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets, man. No comment. No comment. Oh, okay, you were talking about the next year. Yeah, I just figured. I just figured. I just figured. Still full. Thomas Allen said they got to make the playoffs first. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, we're in the plan. We're the seventh or eighth seed. Yeah, we definitely have to make the playoffs first, but we'll see. We'll definitely see, bro. We see her when we see her. So OG rank. They're missing. Yeah, that's true. I thought you was talking about the Clippers, but the Knicks, yeah, they're missing 3 starters for sure. For sure. Topic is the roster 2024. Nobody give a damn about other years. I mean, that's true, but I keep hearing people saying that the 76ers ain't been out the second round since 2001. I mean, I could say the same thing for the Knicks. The last time they were in the conference finals was in 2000 when they played the Indiana Pacers, and Indiana got them out of there in like 5 or 6 games. So, yeah. Cavs. Tuna Sports, cut it out. Cut it out, bro. Y'all missing just one starter. I mean, two. With Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. But you said the Cavs was deep. The Cavs was loaded. So if y'all missing starters, that shouldn't be nothing, bro. So yeah, it is what it is, bro. Now the 76ers not gonna miss the playoffs, bro. We not missing the playoffs. We gonna definitely be in the play-in, and we gonna definitely be the seventh seed, bro. We not missing no playoffs. Yeah, we're not. I'm only saying that because they in the play-in, but they should make it over your Hawks. Shots fired. Hey Thomas, you gonna let him get away with that? Oh my goodness. But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. W chat, man. Y'all making a lit in the chat, bro. But yeah, let me finish it with this Buddy Hill thing. Buddy Hill needs to show up by any means necessary. You gotta show up. You need to help us shooting threes because we haven't really been making a lot of threes. Against the Lakers, we only made 8 3-pointers. That's terrible. That is terrible. We need to make a whole lot more threes. We shot 8 for 37 from the three. That's 21%. That is so terrible. That is super terrible. And the thing is, the Sixers are getting the looks, but they're just not making their shots. So if you get the looks and you're not making the shots, you're just making the defense. You're just making their job easier because you're not making shots and you're not going to the basket, generating rim pressure. So they get to rest on defense and they can save all their energy for offense. And that's what if you take a lot of threes and you're not making them, you're making LeBron's job easier because he doesn't even want to guard. So if you're missing shots, oh my goodness, it's gonna be a off. It's just gonna be a great day for him. And LeBron was going off, but he gave you 20 points, 8 rebounds and 6 assists. But the Sixers could have did a better job than that, and they definitely collapsed in that fourth. In that fourth quarter is where the Sixers really collapsed. But if the Sixers really want to win tonight's game, I mean today's game against the Clippers, they got to come out and Maxey has to, be aggressive from the start. Now, like I said, Terrence Mann is going to be guarding them, but that shouldn't really bother Max. I mean, Maxey's really had, one of his best games against, some of the best defensive units in the NBA. I mean, he was going off on Jaden McDaniels from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Um, when Embiid dropped 51 on them, Maxey was also going off. He was giving Jalen McDaniels hell. I mean, Jaden McDaniels, he was giving him hell because Maxey's so quick, so fast. He can get to the rim anytime he wants. His ability to accelerate and decelerate is just impeccable, and he was just making it difficult for um Jaden McDaniels. So if Maxey can make things difficult for Jaden McDaniels, he damn sure could make things difficult for Terrence Mann. Now Terrence Mann he's not no great defender. Thomas, I haven't even looked at the comment section yet. I don't want to see nothing about no Terrence Mann. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, bro. I don't want to see it. Terrence Mann is a good defender. He not no great defender, but Terrence Mann could definitely make things difficult for him. But I expect Maxi to come out and be aggressive and start to get himself going first before he can start getting everybody else going. And Mo Bamba has to be better too because Mo Bamba hasn't really been that good. And Paul Reed. Now I'm gonna get to Paul Reed in a second, but Mo Bamba, uh, he needs to help us on the glass. He needs to help us on the boards because he's 7 foot with the 7'10" wingspan. and you're only grabbing 4 rebounds. And I mean, every time you were battling for a position against Anthony Davis. Now I know Anthony Davis is one of the best centers in the game, but I mean, come on, bro. You should at least give him. You should at least make him work. I mean, AD almost had a 2020 game. That can't happen. You're on the floor. You're on the floor. So Mo Bamba has to help us on the glass, and we should definitely look to put Mo Bamba in the dunker spot. Now Mo Bamba hit a couple threes for us. The last game he had a desperation three in the corner with about 9 tenths of a second remaining, and that was impressive. That definitely was impressive. I mean, it was a desperation shot. He made that by luck, but um, I think he was the only one that made 2 threes on the team. Everybody else made one, and that is terrible. If we want to beat the Clippers, we definitely have to make our threes. We have to make our shots. Have to play good defense. Um, rotate on defense. We have to communicate as well. If a screen is coming, somebody has to tell somebody, "Yo, there's a screen coming. Yo, screen, screen, screen. Yo." But when you watch the Sixer team, you don't really see them communicate a lot, and guys get hit on the screen a lot. Guys lean towards the screen, and then the ball handler goes the other way, which is so terrible. You should be looking to fight over the screens. Don't go under the screen. Look to fight over the screens and try to keep up with the ball handler. And that's something that I anticipate the Clippers to be doing a lot. I anticipate the pick and roll between Harden and Zubac. I know Mobamba can't guard the pick and roll. Let's get that out the way. Mobamba can't guard the pick and roll. I know he will definitely be lost in the pick and roll, but I'm just hoping for the best. I'm just hoping for the best. And wait, let me see this real quick. Rumors about the GOAT. Man, bro, he ain't no GOAT, bro. You know who the GOAT is? Tuna Sports, you know who the GOAT is? You know my answer. You know who the GOAT is. I'm not even gonna tell you, but you should know who the GOAT is. LeBron ain't no GOAT. Now LeBron's one of the best scorers in the game. Don't get me wrong, but the GOAT, nah, I don't think so. I mean, we have our own opinion. So y'all had PG, y'all had y'all point guard, small forward, power forward, and center for a long while. Tuna Sports. Y'all just now start to miss the power forward and the small forward. Oh yeah, Max Strus is also out too. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. But I mean, Tuna Sports, like you said, the Cavs are deep. The Cavs are loaded. You said that. So if they deep and loaded, if y'all missing all these players, that shouldn't really matter because you got replacements on the bench. So I don't want to hear no excuses from the Cavs. But the Cavs, they definitely they're in a good position, and they should win. Yeah, Thomas, he definitely is scared of the 70s. He's scared of Embiid more than anything. And you know why? You know why? I'm not gonna say why. He'll tell you in the comment section. Thomas Allen said, "I know my Hawks ain't built right." Tuna Sports not saying anything that's breaking news. I mean, yeah, the Hawks they're not really a good team, but the Hawks will definitely be in the play-in because I don't think Brooklyn's gonna catch them. So they'll definitely be in the tenth spot. They'll definitely play the Chicago Bulls for the to face whoever loses against the 7th or 8th seed. So yeah, the Atlanta Hawks would definitely be in the plane. Yeah, yeah, that's not news. Thomas. Yeah, I mean, Let me get into this last thing right here, and I'm gonna get up off here. So, one last thing. Paul Reed, B-ball Paul. B-ball Paul has to be a lot better than what he has been these past few games. And against the Suns, after the game, he tweeted himself that he played like shit. He played like shit. He said it himself. And it's great if your players realize that they didn't really play good and they have to be better in the next one. Now, the next one against the Lakers, he wasn't that good either. But against the Clippers, uh I think we should do a better job trying to, get him involved. I mean, I don't like when he tries to put the ball on the floor and try to make moves. That is so ugly to watch. But we should definitely do a better job trying to get him involved. And I think Nick Nurse has to play him, a few more minutes. I mean, he played him 13 minutes last game. That's not good enough for him. That's not good enough for Paul Reed. I should see him get at least 20 minutes a game because Mo Bamba is not really doing anything defensively. Mo Bamba is not blocking shots. Mo Bamba is not really rebounding the basketball to the level that you would want him to as a 7 footer. And he's just it's just he just doesn't want to play sometimes. And when you see that, you should definitely try to play Paul Reed more than Mo Bamba because Paul Reed would definitely he's definitely gonna hustle. I mean, his hustle. I don't question his hustle, but sometimes his ability to score, his ability to, set better screens and roll. I don't want him, setting screens and popping because he's not a pick and pop threat. He's definitely a threat when he rolls to the basket. He's definitely a threat when he's in the dunker spot. He's a threat when what you call it for offensive rebounds. Now there was this play against the Phoenix Suns that I almost forgot about. So the Sixers are not a good rebounding team, and we play the Suns, and there was a possession where we have four guys going for the offensive rebound, and I'm like, bro, we're not a good rebounding team. We struggle grabbing defensive rebounds, so why is four guys going to crush the offensive glass? And that's a coaching issue. Nick Nurse, you got to realize that this team is not a good offensive. I mean, it's not a good rebounding team. So when they shoot the ball, at least four guys need to get back. I don't want to see nobody going for the offensive rebound because we're not a good rebounding team, and we're nine times out of 10 we're not going to get the rebounds. Only if the rebound bounces in front of wherever the player is, because I don't trust Mo Bamba to battle for position to box somebody out and get an offensive rebound. That's not what he does. He can't even box out and grab defensive rebounds. That's not something he does. So that right there is coaching. Nick Nurse, you got to be better. Um, when the shot goes up, three or four guys need to get back. And me personally, I'd rather you get back rather than getting an offensive rebound. That's me personally. And the Sixers need to do that because the Sixers, like I said, they're not a good rebounding team, period. I mean, almost every game that we've played in without Joel, every time we get out rebounded. And that's not no secret. We gave up a ton of rebounds to the Lakers on Friday night. Anthony Davis he almost had 20 rebounds in that game. The Sixers only had 42. The Lakers had 54 rebounds. So that's definitely terrible. Um, so yeah, that's it. And I think that's all I have for this game today. The game is almost in 2 hours. 2 hours from now. Um, Maxi has to be aggressive. Kelly Oubre has to generate rim pressure. Um, Mo Bamba has to do a better job, boxing out, grabbing rebounds, blocking shots, being a rim protector in general. Um, Nick Nurse has to run the right rotations. You have to run the right rotations. Give Ricky Council the fourth some minutes. If you don't see, because sometimes we need athleticism on the floor. Sometimes we need somebody that's going to generate rim pressure. And not playing Nico, we don't expect you to play Nico so many minutes. He didn't score any points last game. Now I know Nico's value is. I mean, when he's on the floor with Embiid, that makes his job a lot more easier because Embiid, gets him a lot of wide open looks, and he's able to play the high and lows with Embiid too. That's his value. But when Embiid doesn't play, sometimes he's like a liability on the floor. And when we play teams that run a ton of zones, we use Nico in the middle of the floor because he's a good passer. And when you put him in the middle of the floor and he's able to, distribute, because Nico's a very good distributor. Don't get me wrong. He can pass the rock. He's one of the best passers on this team. So when we play against teams like that, he's able to, his value. You see his value when we play teams like that. Now, I can see Nico picking up Harden full court. I can see him trying to disrupt Harden, and Harden is not really going to be bothered by it. Harden is going to play his game, but Nico's going to do that. But I don't want him doing that too much because he's 35 years. He's old. He can't be picking up guards every single time. That should be a campaign job. That shouldn't be Nico's job every single time. So Nick Nurse, you need to make that adjustment right there. And Tobias Harris, man, I don't know, Tobias. Just be you. I mean, when you score, Sixer fans are gonna, they're gonna bash you. When you don't score, Sixer fans are gonna bash you. So whatever you do, you're in a lose lose situation anyway because of your contract. So just do the best that you can. Yeah, do the best that you can. If you have a three, take it. I don't think you're gonna take advantage of small guards in this game right here because Kawhi is most likely gonna be guarding you. Only if Maxi's going off, that's when I see Kawhi switching off onto Maxi and guarding Maxi. But you're gonna be guarded by Kawhi, and I'm gonna be shocked if you score 20 points in this game, but we'll see. We'll definitely see from here. But let me get into these comments right here, and we'll see. Thomas said, "After yeah, yeah, he always is roasting the Hawks, bro. He is. He sure is. Yeah. Oh, Thomas Townsend said, "Don't worry, Ty Lue don't play Team Man enough, but Team Man play 40 minutes. If Team Man play 40 minutes, Maxi's catching hell. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. I mean, I trust Maxi to. I mean, sometimes he does struggle, but I really trust Maxi. I trust him to go off. Team Man is a big, is a big game, shorty. He plays down to comp. I'll always admit that. So you think he'll play down to the Sixers? We'll see about that. How much of an upgrade is Coach Nurse from Doc? Um, I mean, he's a huge upgrade because Nick Nurse. I mean, if you watch the Sixers and you see the offensive sets and the types of actions that we run within the sets, I wasn't really seeing that when Doc Rivers was here. Like Nick Nurse preaches a lot of ball movement, player movement, ball sharing, cuts and movements, off the basketball, setting screens and like that and things like that. But Doc Rivers, you didn't really see a lot of that from him. And I mean, I don't blame Doc Rivers. I mean, you have Harden, who's not, one of the best. Um, he doesn't really move off the ball that much. And, just some of the offensive sets that he was running. I mean, just give the ball to Embiid and get out the way, especially against the Celtics. And they'll just clear one side for Embiid to ISO. That's not good. That's not good basketball right there. Cause I mean, playing against zones, teams could just load up on him and it's not gonna be a great offensive possession. So I mean that's a huge upgrade from him. And Nick Nurse also gives on what you call it. He motivates. I mean, Doc Rivers was a good motivator too, but Doc Rivers, when Paul Reed was in the game, the least mistake he does, he's getting out. But Nick Nurse is not like that. Um Nick Nurse will give you a second chance, and that's he gives it's like he gives his players more confidence than what Doc Rivers was doing. So that's what I would say. Who Wilt or no Embiid ain't no go. Come on, bro. Definitely Wilt. Wilt is the goat. Chamberlain is the goat. Stop it. What should I stop? You talking about the Sixers? We're 20th in rebounding. That's terrible. You're bottom 10 in rebounding. That's not good. We're not good, bro. Tobias deserves. Yeah, Tobias does deserve better, bro. I mean, Tobias does deserve better. And I mean, player. I mean, it's because of his contract. That's why, guys. I mean, people look at him like a superstar caliber. I mean, because of his contract, he's supposed to play at a superstar, type level. But I mean, I know his game. He's not. He's not that. He's not that. And I blame the Sixers organization for giving him that contract. And trust me, if you put that contract in front of me, I'm signing it. And I don't think there's anybody of Tobias Harris's caliber who wasn't going to sign that contract. And it was just great timing for him because 2019 off season, you traded Jimmy, you got a shooting guard back in Josh Richardson. You need a small forward. Tobias Harris is a free agent, and that year Kevin Durant was a free agent, Kawhi Leonard was a free agent, but those two players are not coming to Philly. So The best thing to do is pay Tobias whatever he's asking for, or else he's gonna walk for free. So everything worked in his favor. So I mean, a huge shout out to him and his father for negotiating a very good, lucrative contract. I mean, trust me, if I was in that position, I'm taking that shit. I'm taking that. I don't care what anybody says. T-Man about to lock man. Man, we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see. If he can lock Maxi. We'll definitely see about that. Um Doc, come on, guys, player. Yeah, yeah, he says that a lot. He says that a lot. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight that, bro. He definitely says that a lot. Uh Tyler holds T-Man down. He's spiteful at front office string. Arming him 2 times. Mm. But in the playoffs, T-Man will have no choice to be unleashed. Okay. Now, Thomas, you're saying this right here. So when the Clippers lose, I don't want to hear it was T. Lue fault. Like I told you last time. Now I'm not saying the Clippers are gonna lose. I'm just saying if, because I can't tell the future. And just like we was talking about on the stream yesterday, I wasn't saying that Denver's gonna win, but if I'm to put my money on PG or Jamal Murray to come to have a good series, I'm gonna definitely say Jamal Murray because Jamal has shown us time and time, and PG has missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons, and Jamal Murray went and he won a championship. So obviously he has the recency bias. Obviously he has that. So yeah, I'm definitely saying Jamal for sure. We ain't losing unless Ty Lue plays too much offense. You already making excuses, Thomas. You already are. You making excuses already. But I trust the Clippers. Like I said, I expect the Clippers to, if they don't have to play the Nuggets in the first or second round, the Clippers should definitely get to the conference finals for sure. I mean, how I was looking, I think the Clippers will definitely play the what you call it, the New Orleans Pelicans in the first round. Hopefully, Brandon Ingram is ready to go because he hyperextended his left knee. So yeah, hopefully hopefully he'll be ready to go. Hmm. If Ty Lue does what Thomas Talented says, they shouldn't lose. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. I'm not gonna fight that. That is true. I'm telling you how we can lose. Okay. So if Terrence Mann plays 40 minutes and the Clippers still lose, what's the excuse gonna be, bro? Oh man, I still remember that big performance by T Man in the man. It wasn't no big performance, bro. You give an NBA player, bro. Imagine this, bro. You put Steph Curry in the corner and you give him 12 threes, and he has to be guarded by Rudy Gobert, bro. Steph Curry's gonna make all 12 of them. So Terrence Mann should have made all 12 of those threes, but he only made 7 of them because PG was attracting all those attention, and he would kick it out to him, and he would just make a three. Like it was practice. Those were practice shots. It's not. It's not that impressive, bro. It's not that impressive. Come on, bro. Yeah, bro. You know it's not impressive. You know damn well it's not impressive. Y'all crazy as fuck if y'all watch T Man, Kawhi, PG, Zubac when they want to play defense. Then y'all delusional. When I mean, why they not playing defense every single game? They gotta play defense every time they step on the floor. Yeah, they got to. But Thomas, I'm not going at the Clippers. Like I said, I expect the Clippers to make a deep postseason run. Whether Ty Lue play more offense or not, because you said Kawhi Leonard is if Kawhi Leonard is who you say he is, he should be able to get the Clippers to the finals. So I'm I'm leaning on that. I'm believing you that Kawhi Leonard is the greatest. So he should get the Clippers to the finals. So yeah, that's that. I seen Steph go 0 for 10 from the three in the playoff game before. Was he being guarded? Was he being contested by Rudy Gobert? Because Rudy Gobert is not a perimeter defender. He's a rim protector. And you know he's not going to get out to the 3-point line that quick. That's why I'm saying that, Thomas. Now, don't get me wrong. T Man did, he had a couple takes to the basket. He did had some what you call it, some second chance opportunities. I remember there was a play Paul George missed at the basket, and T Man followed. He followed through. I remember that. That's when PG grabbed him from behind. I think there's a picture of it. I don't know if I can find that picture, but yeah, that was a play where what you call it, Terrence Mann was going. I mean, he went to the basket. I mean, he was finishing strong at the basket. But I mean, I wasn't really impressed by it because, like I said, most of those shots were open practice shots, and he was supposed to make them. If he didn't make them, I know Clipper fans would have fried him the entire time. So it was great that he made it. And yeah, I just seen this picture right here. I'm gonna show it real quick, Thomas. Uh, like I said, I watched that series. I remember that game, vividly. And T Man did, he did show up. I mean, if he doesn't make those shots, the Clippers don't get to the conference finals in 2021. So yeah, it's a huge shot to him, but he didn't really have that great of a game as people are trying to make it seem like. Yeah, this right here, PG missed at the basket, and Terrence Mann followed through, and that's when PG. I mean, he hugged him from behind. uh, Pause if necessary, man. Pause if necessary. Oh my goodness, damn, y'all going too quick. T Man and Kawhi told y'all we only waiting for the playoffs. Old guys don't play hard all year. Ask Tuna Sports how Cavs went 3, 4, 5 seeds all year, but then turn it on in the playoffs. I mean, the Cavs had LeBron. Do the Clippers have LeBron? I mean, okay, cool. You said Kawhi is better than LeBron, so Kawhi should do more than what LeBron did. So, yeah, Thomas, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you, bro. Kawhi still needs his team. He can't do everything at this stage. I absolutely agree. It's a team sport at the end of the day. So, yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Team man shot 47% from from the three last playoffs. Against the Phoenix Suns, he did. I mean, what was the volume though? Because guess what? DeAndre Jordan shot 100% from the three last year, but guess what? He only shot 1 3, and that's 100%. So, what was his volume from the three? I'll wait. I'll wait, Tom. Yeah. What was his volume from the three? I'll wait. I don't want to see 1 3 or 2 3s because it's easy if you can. Yeah, it'll definitely be easy. It'll definitely be easy for you. So yeah, but LeBron never did everything. I mean, he did everything on offense, but defensively, he had Double T, he had Kevin Love, Jeff Green. I'm talking about the 2018 team. Jeff Green. George Hill is a solid guard defender. So yeah, yeah. Cavs cruise through the season under Ty Lue. Cavs had LeBron too, bro. Kyrie, Love, Bosh, Ray Allen, Wade, Rondo, AD. Cut the nonsense. Okay, Kawhi Leonard, Marc Gasol, Hall of Famer, right? Kyle Lowry will definitely make the Hall of Fame. Or if he's not a Hall of Fame, he's a 6-time All Star. So him, right? Tim Duncan, right? Tony Parker, right? Manu Ginobili, right? LaMarcus Aldridge, right? Paul Gasol, right? Come on, Ty. We can play this game. We can play this game, bro. We can definitely play this game. I don't want to hear Gasol was 90 years old. He was on the floor. I don't care if he was 100 years old, bro. He was on the court. I don't care. He was on the court. Cause you bringing up Ray Allen. Ray Allen was old too. Rondo was old too. So we not gonna do that, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, bro. Hit the switch. The Clippers gonna hit the switch. We'll see. We'll see about that. Playoff Kawhi is better. Thomas, come on, bro. Come on. Come on. I just can't, bro. LeBron never guarded the best players. Kawhi does more. And that's one of the biggest lies y'all be telling. Cause y'all said that Kawhi Leonard guarded Luka in 2021. But guess what? In those 7 games, he only guarded Luka 36% the entire series. 36%. That ain't nothing, bro. It's 36%. That's nothing. So nobody guards the best player all the time. They start on them, and in the clutch, if the games are close, they end on them. So yeah, that's what it is. Team Man played 5 games. Against the Clippers, against the Suns. Yeah, I don't know what his percentage was. You said he shot 47%, and what was the volume? I need the volume. If he's shooting 1 or 2 or 3, that's nothing, bro. Bro, y'all funny in this comment section, man. Yeah, y'all funny in this comment section. Thomas and Tune Sports going at it. Everybody needs help. Yeah. Gasol was 90 years old. I don't care. He was on the floor. He was on the floor. He was a starter. So he was formidable enough to be a starter. So that's what I care about. Tim Duncan averaged 14 points per game. Bro, it don't matter, bro. He was an all-star. He made the all-defensive team. So it don't matter, bro. We not doing that. Manu averaged 10 points. Bro. Excuse me. Bro, I don't care. He was still playing. He still gave them quality minutes off the bench, and he was one of the most productive rotation players in the game. So Thomas, stop doing that, bro. Yeah, exactly. He was. He definitely was. This is what Thomas trying to do. He trying to denigrate all the players that Kawhi Leonard played with to lift Kawhi up. That's the same thing that LeBron fans be doing. So if you what you call it, if you're doing the same thing that Bron fans do, it's not good, bro. Tony averaged 17 points. Yeah, Kawhi averaged 17 in the finals too. Yeah, everybody does stuff. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a team sport, and everybody has to play their role. Superstars have to show up. Rotation guys have to do their job. Come off the if you a bench player, you need to come off the bench and do what you're supposed to do. If you're Malik Monk, you need to come off the bench and not go 0 for 11. Malik Monk. I was saying that you're gonna be 6 man of the year, and then you going 0 for 11 from the field. Now I was shocked that Two Sports ain't saying nothing about it, but yeah, that's a conversation for another time. Said LeBron. I don't see that. Nebraska guarded a superstar 36%. Oh, you calling LeBron? Oh, LeBron never 36%. Bro, he guarded D Rose his MVP year. Yeah, he guarded D Rose his MVP year in that conference final. So was D Rose a superstar by then? I don't know. I mean, I think he was not a superstar then, but he was on pace to becoming a superstar. I know what you meant. Players make all-stars off popularity. So did Kawhi Leonard make the all-star off popularity this year? Come on, Thomas. I mean, what you're saying is true, but sometimes you need to give these guys, you need to give them their props too, because they balled out. They definitely balled out. Ray Allen was doing what Manu was doing. Ray Allen was a good piece for that Miami team for sure. Wade and Bosch was prime. Duncan and Manu was over halfway washed. Bro, you doing the same thing LeBron fans be doing, bro. Doing the same thing Bron fans be doing. That's sad. That's sad, Thomas. That is sad. That Raptors team was they was a top 3 seed from 2016 to 2018. And 29 they was 17-5 without Kawhi. 17-5. Yeah, they had a winning record without Kawhi, so they was good. They was good. So yeah, he guarded D Rose here and there. All right, name a superstar that Kawhi Leonard guarded the entire series. It never happened. It never happened. I was gonna DM you, but I forgot about. Yeah, Malik. Yeah, he was terrible. Yeah, he was terrible. But I mean, yeah, it happens. It happens, bro. It happens. Kawhi was assigned Giannis and Luca, and Kawhi had a great helpline defense behind him. He had that pack line defense behind him. Y'all act like Giannis didn't drive past Kawhi sometimes. He did, but sometimes when he got into the lane, he saw Siakam, he saw Ibaka, he saw Gasol and all those other guys. He saw those trees down there. So yeah, Kawhi did guard him, and Kawhi did his job in Game 3. He locked up Giannis. I'm not gonna fight that. Was it Game 3 or game? Yeah, one of those games. He had 16 points or something. Like he did his job. He locked him up, but Kawhi didn't guard him the entire series, bro. We not doing that. Kawhi was balling for 2 months, averaging 30 points per game. Come on, Tom. I mean, like you said, the regular season don't matter. It's the postseason. So I'm waiting for the postseason, and I'm gonna make my judgments from there. So the regular season don't really mean nothing, bro. Tim Duncan was averaging 14. Bro, Tim Duncan was not a great scorer, so but like I said, he made the All-Star team, and I think he was first team all defense too. So if he was averaging 14 points, his defense was elite. So that's all I'm gonna put it as. That's what I'm gonna leave it as. I'm speaking. Nah, bro, you trying to denigrate all the players Kawhi Leonard played with to uplift Kawhi. Nah, we not doing that, bro. Right, bro. Every time you bring this point, bro, I don't want to hear no OG on the bro. OG was in his second season. His second season, he wasn't gonna do nothing, bro. Because the last time we saw him in the postseason, guess what? LeBron had a walk off in his face. He had the game winner in his face. That game winner floater in his face. Yeah, that was on OG. So I don't want to hear OG was missing. He was a second year player. Wait, what series? Kawhi was never on LeBron the whole series. What series? 2014. And LeBron still averaged 28 points on 57% shooting. So obviously Kawhi's defense didn't really bother him because LeBron was getting his shit off. LeBron was still going off. So okay, it's either Kawhi Leonard's defense didn't matter or Kawhi Leonard didn't guard him the entire series. Because if Kawhi guarded him the entire series and he still averaged 28 points and shot over 50% from the field, that's great LeBron. Oh my goodness. Kawhi was on Giannis. Yeah, he was assigned, but he didn't guard it the entire game. Thomas, stop it. Just stop. Stop. Yeah, but Thomas trying to like denigrate all those guys to kind of elevate Kawhi Leonard. That's not good, bro. That is not good. Yeah, Kawhi did guard Luca in that game 6 with 3 minutes left in the game. He did guard Luca. I'll give him that. But in game 7, he didn't guard him the entire game. I mean, even if he did, Luca still had 46 in game 7. So Kawhi's defense didn't really bother him because he was still able to go off. So yeah. His percentage when Kawhi was on them was dog doo doo. But you said he guarded in the entire series, Thomas. That's why I try to tell you. It's either Kawhi Leonard guarded him in stretches or he guarded him the entire series. But yeah. So Thomas, I got a question. Who guarded Luka in game 3 and game 4? Because I thought Kawhi did. Luca ducking screens. I mean, everybody ducks screens. Steph Curry does the same thing. That's what Luca going. Oh yeah, Luca's cold, bro. I think Luca's second in points per game in the playoffs. Luca's second. Now, by the time he retires, he's not going to be second. I think his averages is going to drop. But Mike's first. At first, it was Mike and then Allen Iverson. But now it's Mike, Luca, Iverson. But by the time Luca retires, I think his averages would definitely go down. And his averages might go down this postseason because, I mean, you have Kyrie Irving, who's one of the best offensive weapons in the game. So his averages have to go down. His averages will go down for sure. Pat Bev didn't. Thomas, stop it. They benched Pat Bev in game 3 and 4. I said games 3 and 4. Pat Bev was benched. He didn't really play that much in game 3 and 4. So Thomas, you're not gonna do that with me, bro. We're not doing that. Luca and LeBron percentages when trying to score on Kawhi was dog. But Thomas, like I said, Kawhi Leonard only guarded Luca 36% the entire series. So if you guard somebody 36%, that's limited. That's a small sample size in my opinion. That's a small sample size, bro. Just like LeBron picking on Clippers bench and role players this year. Bro, everybody does that. Everybody looks for the weakest link. Just like I was telling you yesterday that when y'all go up against the Nuggets, they're gonna try to hunt James Harden every single time because he's the weakest link on that team. And sometimes if y'all go up against the Dallas Mavericks, Luka's gonna hunt Harden and Zubac because those are the liabilities on the team. Zubac he's a liability on the perimeter because he's not quick enough to guard on the perimeter. But in the paint, he's solid. He can block shots. He can be a rim protector. He can alter shots. So, but on the perimeter, he's going to be a liability. But guess what? There's liabilities on every team. The best thing is the coach has to try to figure out a way to kind of like limit, players being picked on every single time. That's how the Nuggets, they usually put two on the ball and they don't really give up a ton of open shots. That's what Devin Booker was saying when he went up on JJ Redick's podcast. He said there's a way to put two on the ball without giving up an open shot. I hope y'all go listen to that interview. Um P PG. PG and Bav didn't work. Yeah, Luca was frying PG, but I thought you said PG is one of the best defenders. I thought you said PG can't get picked on. Yesterday you said PG can't get picked on. So Thomas, what are you saying, bro? Yeah. Nah, bro, I'm just messing with you, bro. Read entire English. Come on, Thomas. Okay. Who guarded who guarded Luca in games 3 and 4? PG can be picked on like Murray. Okay. Let me ask you this question. So why wasn't teams picking up on Jamal Murray this past playoffs? Because if it's so easy to pick on Jamal Murray, why wasn't Devin Booker doing that? Why wasn't KD doing that? Why wasn't LeBron, Anthony Davis, Jimmy Butler? Why weren't they doing that? Anthony Edwards, why wasn't they doing that? If it's so easy, they did pick. So why they lost in the series? Denver just had a better. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, Thomas. Oh man. I mean, yeah, you're right though. Denver did have a better team, but also the Nuggets play good team. They don't play great team defense. They play like good team defense. I'll give them that. Good team defense. Not great. Not to the level that the Clippers can play good team defense. Yeah, for sure. For sure. They was targeting Murray. Name a player that targeted Murray. Name a player that targeted Jamal Murray in the postseason. Name one player that targeted Jamal Murray in the postseason. Now, I'm not saying Jamal Murray is, one of the best players in the game. All I'm saying is, in the postseason, Jamal Murray can definitely get his. He can definitely get every. Like, he's a tough shot maker. I'm not saying he's one of the greatest or whatever. He's a tough shot maker. And in the past, we've seen him, ball out in big games against the Lakers. He was balling out against the Lakers. I can even make an argument that Jamal Murray played better than Jokic. Now Jokic is the best player. Don't get me wrong, but Jamal Murray was he did play better. He was the best player in that series. I mean, he played better in that series. Sun's philosophy was go at Murray and Joker. That philosophy was it's true. It is true. Yeah, but um, Aaron Gordon was doing a good job on KD, and KCP was doing a good job. Was doing a I mean, KCP was doing a good job on Devin Booker for sure. Whoever had the ball. Thomas, I'm not denying the fact that players do get targeted. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they can't get targeted. They do get targeted, but Jamal Murray's going to target somebody too. They're also going to get targeted too. So that's all I'm saying, bro. Yeah, Steph Curry definitely got targeted. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. We saw Lonnie Walker when they played the Lakers in the second round. Lonnie Walker was torching Steph Curry in that fourth quarter. So yeah, yeah, it definitely is true. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely give you that. But guess what though? Even especially the last time the what you call it when the Golden State Warriors when they played the Mavericks in that conference finals in 2022, we did see Luca trying to go at what you call it Steph Curry, but we'll see Andrew Wiggins come set a come try to double team, and we saw a lot of double teams in that series. So yeah, PG does more. The topic is PG does more than Jamal Murray. That's all. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that. But um, this should be the end of the live stream. I was only trying to do a half hour stream because I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good today, but I appreciate everybody that stopped by. Thomas, I appreciate you for stopping by. Tune in sports. I don't think you're still here, but I appreciate you for stopping by. And we play the Clippers in about an hour and a half. So hopefully the Clippers will lose to the 76ers because the Clippers are already they already in a good what you call it. They're already in a good situation. They're already in a good spot. They're the fourth seed, but we need to definitely get up in the standings because I don't want us to be in the play-in. I want us to get at least 6 seed because when you are in the play-in, you have to play extra games after the regular season. And those extra games, if you're not in the play-in, those could be rest. Those could be days that you could rest your players. That could be like a week rest. So we definitely want to get that rest, and hopefully we can win games. So I appreciate everybody that stopped by. Tuna Sports, Thomas Talented. Yeah, I appreciate it, Thomas. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is Tuna Sports. Yeah. So I hope y'all watch the game, Thomas. I'm gonna do a post game reaction tomorrow, so hopefully I can have you on tomorrow. You and Tuna Sports. But yeah, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.